Hey, we're going straight from the hip, the kickback edition.
Come on.
So for y'all, this is sometimes I think as we do the show, we're so into sports and try to catch up what's going on for the whole week. We got to pile a lot. We never get a chance to really unpack some things and just have some fun. I know y'all always laugh at Coach because once a show, he gonna have to turn out. Like, you know how that go.
Why y'all laughing at me?
I'm just saying, like,
I try to keep it real. I try to tell you what's really going on.
Yeah, you keep it real.
That's
sometimes too real.
I just try to let everybody know what's happening.
Turn up on. You know that. I ran into Ninja Man, and he was still drinking that white Hennessy and that black Hennessy.
I bet he was.
He called it Unity.
I bet he was.
If you want to hear Ninja Man, Black Man, go back and forth at it. You got to check out our Instagram site. It is SFTH20, and this is on Instagram, so at SFTH20. So straight from the hip, SFTH, the number 20. It's on Instagram. Now, if you want to get some good stuff, some laughs in there, we got some content that's going to come that isn't going to be on any other platform but Instagram. So be prepared for that. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, hit the button to be notified when we go live or we post new stuff.
It's free. Yeah. Hit the button.
Easy content.
You tell somebody to subscribe, they think it got something to do with money.
Yeah.
They won't do it because the thing's gonna cost. It ain't gonna cost you a dime.
Nothing at all. And then also we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes now, Google Play. So if you're riding in your whip and you can't see us, we got content on there. Actually, this whole kickback is going to be on there. Only segments of it will be on YouTube, and only segments of it will be on Instagram. So if you want to hear the whole kickback, you definitely 100% got to go on and get to Spotify, iTunes, and get to enjoy it. Give you a little bit of that. Lord have mercy. Oh, this one you're going to love. You're going to love this one. It's going to keep the same thread. You ready? Swear. Okay. Guy is suing the NFL because the halftime show was too sexy. He likened it to pornography because it was too sexy. So, because of that, I'm gonna play a little bit of action from Homeboy. His name is Dave Doublemere or whatever. Now, mind you, Coach hasn't seen this yet. So.
I haven't seen it, but I'm gonna tell you this: it's an old white dude.
Yeah.
Wearing a red and black hat, which means he probably an Atlanta Falcon fan, and got a cross on the hat.
Yep, let's hear him.
I think we ought to sue. I think we ought to sue. See, what do you mean? I think we ought to sue. That's what I think. Hey, folks.
Fixes up in his chair.
Were there any warnings before that Super Bowl?
Yeah, actually, there were. But go ahead.
Would that halftime show, would that have been rated PG?
13. That was the rating I saw.
Were there any warnings that your 12-year-old young son, whose hormones are just getting ready, just starting to operate, was there any warning that what he's going to see might cause him to get sexually excited? So I think we ought to go sit down in the courtroom and present this as evidence. And how the whoever is keeping me from getting into the kingdom of heaven.
Keeping him from getting into heaven.
Did I go into the courtroom and say, viewing what you put on that screen put me in danger of hellfire? Could the court say, Roger, could the court say that doesn't apply here? That doesn't apply here because pornography, the right to porn, overrides your right to watch it? Yeah, but you didn't tell me I was going to watch it. You just brought it into my living room. You didn't tell me.
You don't got the remote, I guess.
You didn't tell me there were going to be crotch shots.
Wow.
So you should know better.
He quoting the Old Testament.
You should know better because J-Lo and whoever that was, you should know. She's an expert in crotch shots. You already know that. No, I protect my eyes. I didn't know that about her. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. Why did we sue? Is it not discriminatory for me to say, I love watching the NFL, I want to watch the Super Bowl, but I don't want to watch that?
It's not discriminatory.
If they bring that into my house, is that not discriminatory? Roger, what do you think? Is there an attorney out there say, huh? That's discriminatory against the values I have in my house.
Turn that fool on.
You can't just do that.
I don't want that.
They won't even let you talk about homos on Facebook.
Okay, I need to just point out one thing before we get into this. What is it when these jokers getting loud and rowdy with they don't agree with something?
I don't know.
He was talking to himself.
I know. This is my thing. First of all, you got a man on there quoting Leviticus.
Yeah.
You know, Leviticus was the law in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
And so when they say things like what he was talking about, they highlighting, for those of you who didn't see it, he was highlighting Bible verses.
Right.
Saying that if your eye offends thee, pluck it out, you know. And Jesus, when Jesus came, that's why we got the New Testament.
Yeah.
And Jesus said, I'm here to replace the old law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to replace Leviticus. So that like Leviticus said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Yep.
Meaning that if you hit me in my eye,
I can get you back.
I get to hit you in your eye.
Yeah.
He said, I'm here to tell you now that we don't do that anymore. Now, if your brother slapped your cheek, what are you supposed to do? Turn the other cheek and let him slap that cheek also.
Ain't that what Jesus said?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, it's so ridiculous the stuff that he's saying that he's highlighting ain't even valid anymore. That's number one.
All right, number one.
Number two.
Yeah.
They rated the Super Bowl. And they gave it a PG-13 rating.
Well, how did they expect those cross shots in my face?
I know, so he talking about his 12-year-old son.
Yeah.
So you got your 12-year-old son sitting in your house watching a PG-13 show. You the dumbass.
Already got a remote.
But the bottom line is that they rated it PG-13.
Right.
And you got a 12-year-old watching it.
Yeah, you're right.
PG-13 means that nobody under the age of 13 is supposed to be watching it.
Right.
And your ass got them in there watching it. So you the dumbass because, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why that is so bothersome to me because that is the kind of clown right there.
Yeah.
Who will have a bunch of followers and everything.
Oh, for sure.
And that like he's doing such good and he's so pious and he is so proper.
He's saving America.
And saving America.
Saving Christianity.
And all this other stuff. And it's over some bullshit. Number one, this is me. It's the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's number one. And what is the Super Bowl halftime show? Let's talk about the history of the Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
Sometimes you got titties popping out. I mean,
one time.
One time. But I mean, I've hardly ever seen a Super Bowl show that didn't have girls wearing tight fitting, low cutting, where if one of them didn't pop out, it almost did. And it's always plenty of booty cheeks hanging out and all this other stuff.
That's discriminatory, Coach.
Whatever. And not only that, you're in Miami.
Oh my God! Thank you.
I mean,
and we're gonna get to that Miami point too, because
who doesn't expect that it's gonna be a little bit more flavor and skin and everything else?
I was enjoying the flavor.
You're in Miami. I mean, all week long,
juicy fruit.
All week long, the NFL was there.
Hawaiian Punch.
And they were showing shows on the beach.
What else got flavor?
And guess what they would do before they went to commercial break?
What is it?
They would show people walking down the beach or skating down, skateboarding, or skating, or playing volleyball or whatever.
They call it the B-reel.
With cheeks out everywhere.
I
mean, excuse me. I mean, we ain't on ass everywhere.
Yeah.
And now you gonna get mad because of Super Bowl. I mean, I was surprised they didn't show it more than they did.
I'm with you.
They had Shakira and J-Lo do a little shake.
Oh.
For you
know, a little water to shake, boy.
For probably 30 seconds. I mean, you had 30 seconds of that. And to me, you should have never seen that because that was like J-Lo did her. I'm sorry, Shakira did her part.
Yeah.
J-Lo did her part.
Yeah.
Shakira came back and did another solo because she playing the instrument. Then she and J-Lo got together.
Oh, yeah.
So you had plenty of time
click,
to get your son in another room if you want to see it. Or you had plenty of time, like Jason said, click, change the channel and handle your business. But you chose to let him sit there and watch it so you could get on Facebook and complain.
They won't even let you talk about homos on Facebook.
Look here, man. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Man, I ain't gonna
talk about this.
Bullshit. That's what I'm telling you.
We're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna keep it 100. if this is his definition of pornography,
Yeah.
man,
I'm surprised you got a child.
he ain't got no internet.
I'm surprised you got a child. How'd you get a child? That's what I want to know. He must be adopted. That'll be your adopted child.
Jesus Christ, the porn industry is making a lot of money off a lot of dancers.
You ain't lying.
And that exotic at that. This is
You ain't lying. Don't bring your ass to Atlanta. I tell you that much. You see my ass walking in the mall. Then you saw the halftime show. You bring your ass to Atlanta. Tell you that right now.
Look, your man is on one. Look. All right. We're gonna keep it 100 here because I feel like the kickbacks we can keep it realer than real.
Yeah.
Than what we do on just the regular Straight from the Hip show. Because Straight from the Hip is sponsored by the Playbook and brought to you by that. The kickback is brought to you just straight from the hip. It's just us. I'm gonna keep it 100. What is it with old crotchety white men in America that when things don't feel like it should be to them, they gotta sue somebody? You know, we talk New Orleans Saints. It wasn't no brothers bringing up lawsuits to sue the NFL because they lost because of that call a year ago. We can go through all the things. Why is it that they gotta just feel like, oh, I'm gonna sue somebody because I was offended? It didn't hurt you. It didn't damage you. If you are a spiritual being and you are a Christian, like you said, turn the other cheek. Why don't you just forgive the NFL?
Exactly. I would love to be the attorney for the NFL
Right.
when we meet you in court to talk about this. I'd be like, this man has lost his mind. I mean, the NFL been around all these years.
Yeah.
We got people right now that don't want to watch the NFL.
Yeah.
Because of whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you and your 10 other people that agree with you,
other people.
y'all go sit down somewhere and don't watch it.
But also, I think this plays into a
That's
bigger
ridiculous.
narrative that we hinted on the show, episode 16 last week. We hinted on, I guess earlier this week, we hinted on, but we did not really get into. When I made the joke about people just breaking it down, Puerto Rico's part of the United States, I made that joke because also a narrative that came out of the Super Bowl was it was too Latin.
I didn't see that because I would have went off.
It was so Latin because, one,
It's
the
my answer.
creative director, before we get to the creative director of it was Jay-Z. He oversees the entertainment stuff for the NFL now. If you don't know any of Jay-Z's history or whatever, he's always been culturally advanced when it comes to music. When the South was blowing up, he was one of the first rappers to put a Southern rapper on his songs. When the West Coast was blowing, he's always been ahead of the curve on that. But what I'm making this a point to say that is because he knew, because the point you're about to make is, we're in Miami. The Cuban, Puerto Rican, Mexican, we go down the list. The Latino X culture there. Thank you.
They run Miami.
It's them. That is
Don't
what
go,
they're
if you
about.
go like that, don't go to Miami.
Exactly.
Tell you that right now.
And so,
Now there's some other people who go there for that, but go
right. What better place to put on a inspirational, I don't want to say inspirational, let's say, whatever place to put on an entertaining look at the culture than at the Super Bowl. Because like I said last week when I said I like the diversity in the show, and y'all like, oh, the diversity with all the players, but that's the diversity I was talking about.
I got you there.
Because those who aren't used to seeing that kind of music, that kind of rhythm, that kind of movement on their TV screens, and when it happened, that guy got so offended because his wife probably don't move like that.
Yeah.
His girlfriend don't probably move like that.
Yeah.
His daughters probably can't move like that.
Yeah.
His mama don't move like that. So you know what it is? They saw that and this is blasphemous. Because we can't do it, it must be the devil. It must be bad. And I'm joking when I say that, but the point is that he was so offended by, quote unquote, the pornography, the crotch shots, because the Latino population, they're dancing the salsa, merengue, all that. It is a cha-cha. It is all a very sensual, physical dance style.
Yeah, let me say
They're not waltzing out here,
I know,
guys.
but let me say this too. I mean, understand this. They put on a show.
Yeah.
I mean, the camera didn't have to zoom in like they did. I mean, am I right or wrong? I mean, the bottom line is that for somebody to be bothered or offended, why didn't you just turn off the halftime show?
That's the same thing I say.
Why didn't you just say, you know what, I'm just going to turn this off, or I'm just going to flip the channel and watch something else? If I was the judge, I'd be like, so what kind of TV do you have
Right.
that doesn't have remote control? I mean, or
a clicker.
Or a clicker. I mean,
You better get them pliers and change that channel.
find something to change the channel. But I mean, that is ignorant to me. And it's also ignorant to me because a good friend of mine said something on Facebook too to a Latin lady and said, I didn't like Super Bowl this year because too much Spanish. And they had too many Spanish people. And she jumped on both feet.
Yeah.
And I tried to step in.
On both feet?
Both feet.
Puerto Rico is part of the United States. So what you saw on display in the Super Bowl is American.
I agree. There's no doubt about it.
Is America. I want people to understand that. I need people to understand that.
That's America.
That's American.
Everybody I just said was born in the USA. Yes. They need to be up there with Bruce Springsteen.
Right.
Singing Born in the USA.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's America. And I mean, it's disturbing to me that some people are unwilling to accept that that's America. What you saw, Jennifer Lopez, those people, that is America. There are millions and millions of people living in America who listen to that music every day, who dance that way every day, and I love going to Mesa, Miami, and being part of that. I can tell you that right now.
And then also, and again, just going to that thread that it's American, because I know we keep pushing that narrative, because people need to understand that most of the immigrants that come here, almost every immigrant that's come here that is not black and brown kept their culture when they came here and integrated it into American culture to make a combination, to use Tiger Woods' word, combination of American culture with their roots. Yeah. African Americans, a lot of Cuban Africans or Afro-Cubans, which Puerto Rico is, which a lot of places in South America is. Mexico, if you look back in there, a lot of their statues for their gods were Africans. So people don't know this. So a lot of the African natures and a lot of African culture is in Mexico. The point I'm trying to get to is that when you're stripped of your heritage and your existence, you grow another heritage of existence from what you're around and what you see and what you emulate. So everything you did not like about that halftime show, and I'm using Puerto Rico as the point here, like you said, that is American. The Puerto Ricans are Afro-Caribbean. They are Afro-Latinos. That means most of them migrated from Africa, came to an area, stayed there. A lot of them went through slavery there, and then stayed and remained, and then built the culture from that, which is a combination of Africanism and Americanism. More of it's Americanism, though, than it is Africanism. And so when you see this and you make this a front, this is why minorities feel the way we feel about America. When you ask us to stand for the flag, or why we don't respect this, or why we go home, go somewhere else, when you say all those words to us, why it's so offensive is because
this is home.
Exactly. we're more American than the people that are telling us this.
I was born in Texas.
Yeah.
This is my thing, though. This is what kills me is you got this clown out here.
They won't even let you talk about homos on Facebook.
That's why I can't stand to see somebody leaning on a Bible and using a Bible for his foundation and then talking about some doggone race something or another. I'm like, dude, for real?
And one day we'll have these kickbacks take off. We're going to have a conversation about the white evangelical. The white Southern evangelical. That I don't think people are ready to have that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for
that. I don't think people are ready to have that conversation.
I don't know if I'm ready.